It looks like I'm wearing a hat with that fan.
Your beard looks amazing.
We're going live. YouTube live.
We're doing it live.
Did it? Oh, I probably should
Okay,
share
we're
it.
doing it live. We're doing it live.
I'm gonna go on YouTube.
All right, we are live on YouTube. Give me 1
I'll
second.
check out for 1 second.
Oh, James is checking out. Hey, man, Joe, how you doing? James,
Hey,
I
big
need you.
dog.
We
You
gotta
can do it.
start
I'm
the
just
show.
gonna share his.
This is Two Guys, One Cup. I'm Patrick, and that's James. Hi, I'm James.
What's up?
Oh, he's so
And then
handsome.
we got Joe with us. Joe, introduce
What's
yourself.
up? What's up, guys? Joe Yaros, New Jersey, born and bred.
Absolutely. Welcome to Two Guys, One Cup. Thank you for coming on, buddy.
Happy to be here, man. I had a great time hanging out with you guys last weekend.
Oh, I had a freaking blast. I had a
Applebee's,
blast.
man.
It was,
Applebee's.
it was crazy because like I was supposed to come down with my whole family, and then we ended up just like hanging, and then they weren't able to come, so it was pretty awesome.
In a weird way, it worked out.
Yep. Don't mind the dog. My dog is being annoying.
I've got 3 right behind me. I'm at a friend of mine's house.
Yeah.
I've got a Great Dane and 2 pit mixes.
That's what we got. We got a pit
Yep.
mix.
They're good dogs.
He's awesome. He's loyal, man.
Yeah, the loyalty. What is it? Everybody wants golden retrievers. I'd rather a Doberman.
Right? Colty, shut the dog up. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go shut the dog up. James, I'm gonna switch with you.
Sorry, dude. I was just sharing. We were driving back from Dick's Sporting Goods. Shout out to
Yeah.
Dick's. I'm a
Hell
big
yeah.
fan of them.
I know.
Dude, we got this big blue band. Do you ever train in the blue bands, Joe?
All bands matter.
All bands matter. But I think if you don't have someone really strong on your team, or like you need that next level guy, you put a band
Yeah.
on like a teammate and make
Yeah.
sure they don't bully you or rip you, and you can just kind of red line with them.
No, yeah. That's Paul Lynn. Paul Lynn really started doing that a lot. I'd say about 5 or 6 years ago when he went on his first real big run, where he broke through from like just a standard pro champion to like getting those elite things. And I'd go to the garage with him and Justin Bear, and I swear he'd wrap me up in that thing, and we'd pull for like 20 minutes. I mean, the guy with the band on gets a workout too.
Right.
That's when it's a banger right there, dude. When the
Yeah.
teammate's getting a full workout and it's not ego, and the guy's not like, put the band on him better. It's just like, hey, dude,
No.
I want a red line, you want a red line. Let's help each other.
Yeah, let's both get there in 20 minutes. I don't want to be here for an hour and a half and then run through 4 guys that are getting 20 minutes. You know, because having a full team, you're spoiled. You're spoiled when you have a full team. A lot of the time, it's just 1 or 2 guys that live close to each other, and you gotta get creative.
What's a good size practice you would say, Joe? Like how many guys to be like, this is a good practice?
A good practice, I mean, it depends. Like for me, a good practice is as many people as possible.
True.
Because I have a long arm. I have a very there's not many of me. You know, big
You're a
hand.
big
yeah,
man.
dude, you stand
Tall
out
forearm.
amongst you're what is that quote? You're ordinary.
You stand out amongst kings.
Yeah, well, there's a certain term. I'll Google it later.
Wow.
Yeah, Google it later.
But yeah,
But,
you're a big guy.
But I have everybody wants to pull with my hand. So a big practice is nice because, you know, I get to pull with the guys that know how to beat my hand. And then I get to go up against the guys that are figuring out how to grip my hand, go up against it. And I like that variation because it helps me with the setup with the newer guys that haven't pulled me yet. And then when I get to the guys that know they have to, you know, get outside my finger containment or, you know, stop my post, it's just nice. The more the better. For a good practice to be like what I consider a good practice, I would say at most 10 people, 3 tables, and then a constant circulation where everybody can get work, nobody gets left out, everybody leaves burning. That's a good practice to me. I'd say about 10 people.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you can get lost in, there's usually 1 ringleader. Sometimes you get lucky and there's 2 to a practice. But You
Oh,
know,
that's nice, dude. When there's like 3 killers of the group, where any 3 of those guys can run it that day.
yeah, you know, they don't mind shouting, all right, guys, enough putzing around. Let's get to a negative position, one of you, and let's hold it for 12 to 15 seconds and get some blood flow, as opposed to just seeing who can win at practice over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Oh shit, I think that's really important. Like,
Well-
how much have we switched up on practices?
Switched up a lot.
We'll switch it up depending on what month it is.
I
Yeah.
mean, I was watching. I mean, I watched Bogdan's obviously been doing a lot of different videos, and he was talking about pulling and practicing and working out in positions where you're stretched out as well as tight.
Yeah.
So you're getting all different positions. I didn't even think about like those bad position stretched out moves, like
Negative.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's you want to. What I tell people is you want to keep that 9 inches from your shoulder to your wrist. Like Aiden LeMay is phenomenal at that. Getting you to on his side of the table, and he keeps that distance between his shoulders. You know, so I pulled with him, and I was just like, let me see you get there. Let me just see you get there over and over again, because more times than not, I end up overextended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's good to have what do you call it? You're good. It's good to, like you said, Patrick, practice the position that you don't want to be in,
Right.
because
Open.
But I also think you got to put some effort into your best move.
Well, yeah.
I've met a lot of guys, and I've done it myself, where I'm like, okay, this is my good move. I don't need to work on it. Let me work on just my bad shit. But then the problem is you pull the next best guy, and guess what? Your best move just needed that 5% that you didn't train with it
yep.
because it was your
Yep,
best.
that's one of my favorite things to do, is to figure out on the table the new position or my best position, and then try to find a way in the gym to overload that with just constant tension. You know what I mean? Because like right now I'm working on my hook, because in June I have a match against a hook puller. So
Yeah.
I don't want to work on my top roll for that. I want to beat this guy in the hook. So
Who is this match?
his name is Ben Hughes. He seems like a nice guy, but I mean, for some reason, as soon as somebody agrees to a match with me, I immediately think, who is this guy? Why do they think they're better than me? Where do you get off? Why would you agree to this?
You're like, how dare you? How dare you?
Exactly.
disrespect me?
Familiar.
You challenge
But
me?
that's, yeah, like, why would you do that? In what world do you think that this is, but he's a good guy who wants to do it, and I'm me. So I have to take his nice personality and try to make him an enemy for the next 4 months, which is rude on my end, but at the same time I want to win, and I got to get that mental competitive edge.
Dude, you just gotta wait for him outside of the hotel and wait for him not to hold the door open for somebody, and that's the reason.
It's like, who raised you? You have no manners? They don't do manners in Florida?
He doesn't push his grocery cart all the way in. You're like,
No,
you
he doesn't shovel
motherfucker.
snow, and if he
Or maybe
does,
he
he only
misses
shovels
weight.
for himself.
Oh, yeah, dude. What if you miss weight? If a guy misses weight by 10 pounds, is that a lot? This hypothetical.
I think, yeah, something to that extent, but
If you were doing a super match and the guy misses weight by 10 pounds, are you still going to pull this guy?
yeah, I'll pull and I'll throw a fit about it, and I'll probably lose because I cut weight the night before.
Yeah. What if he misses weight by 10 pounds like twice in a row? That's crazy.
Well, yeah, the weight thing is funny because we agree to weights, and then day of, everyone's like, "Oh, I don't care," and I'm like, "Well, I kind of care. How much over were you?"
I have to cut weight every time.
Well, Steve told me he does that because he's like, I just don't like the weight cutting. He goes, I respect it. He goes, but I just want to see who's the best at that weight.
Yeah, no, it's important for that, but it's one of those things where it's like you got to beat them all anyways, especially in my weight class. Like 242 is a weight class.
That's
But-
a good weight class, in my opinion. That's an
I
honest
hate
weight
it.
class.
I hate it. I was so happy up at Supers again. Like I weighed 244, so I easily could have just went to the bathroom and probably got to 242, 243.
Right.
But they put me in the Supers, and I gotta say, like most of my career, I was 290, between 275 and 290. I missed the super heavyweight division, man. I missed it so much.
And you pulled awesome, dude. Holy shit. Like,
I don't know what it was.
Dude, it was in the air that night. It was in the air that night.
I was real bitter. You guys know how bitter I was.
yeah. He was awesome.
But no, it translates. You know, if I can trick myself into having a bad day, and I can channel like I don't use all my butterflies, I call it. And the timing worked out to where when I got to the table, my right arm bloated up almost immediately. We went to the straps right away. That first match with Glenn, I believe his name was, right-handed. It happened exactly as it needed to for me to have a good day. You know?
Right.
But you know, it's possible. It's been a few years since the last real run that I went on was 2018 and 2019. I beat Evan Burgoyne, Max Maxwell, Dave Morocco, WAL events, regional championships. I was on a really good run, and I don't know what happened. I guess I got too complacent. I took a couple losses against guys that were better than me, and then my last tournament that year was also Nick Stone's first tournament, and we didn't know who Nick Stone was. I just got my ass beat by a guy that went to his first tournament, so that was fucking demoralizing. But we didn't know who Nick was.
Oh wait, so like you got to find out who Nick was?
I got to find out who Nick was before anybody that year, I think.
So when you pulled in the first loss, were you like, "Oh fuck that guy, he cheated," or were you just like, "That guy's too strong"?
Not at all. I was trying
like,
to
"This
figure
guy's too
out
much"?
why. I was trying to figure out why all of my table time didn't beat this Jim Strong guy, you know? And I was like, I'm working hard. You know, this is also when I was drinking really heavy. So like if my tournament, I wasn't announcing, so I wasn't distracted by something or busy. So I would just get hammered. And by the time it got up to my tournament, I was an easy guy to dislike. So Nick Stone was probably just watching, or not just Nick, like other guys in general would just be watching me like, I got to make sure I got to beat that loud guy. So that was a rough year. It started off great, but I didn't know how to handle the losses when I thought I was on top of the world, you know?
Right.
Because beating Evan Burgoyne and Max Maxwell within 2 months of each other, or within a year of each other, rather, because I ended up losing to Max and then beating him for the belt that I have a few months later. It was a complicated. But I've got that same feeling now that I did in 2016 when I went on my WAL run. And then in 2019 when I went on, I had a lot of good wins that year. But we're back now. I just got to get my weight under control, stay consistent.
Who you set on, dude? Or hold on, before we go too far, what do you think about the Battle of the Tri-State Super Matches?
I love the super matches. I did do the announcing. I love athletes. I love the guys that show up for a sport that, for a while, the only people that cared about it were us. So after 8 years of listening to their names not getting yelled for and whatnot, like I got the mic in my hand. I love the super matches. Steve's a hell of a matchmaker. The worst thing that happens is somebody wins 3-0. That's the worst thing that happens.
Right, and normally the 3-0s are still a compelling match.
Exactly.
Like on paper, it doesn't look good, but like when I say Bill Sinks versus Miguel Fernandez.
Yep.
3-0, but anyone that watched it, what do you think of that?
It was a good
Elbow
match.
foul, strategic elbow fouls, slipping in the right position because Bill knew that he was compromised, so he forces a slip just so he gets another shot. Things of that nature, We know that that's arm wrestling. We know that it's phenomenal, but the layman might not. So when you draw attention, I take it upon myself to be like, you just don't know what you're watching. This is good. Let me inform you that this is what you're here for.
Yep.
But Steve, I think we had 15 super matches, and we had 15 good super matches. The ladies showed up. Some asshole from Vermont threatened a New York legend, but that's the game we
Yeah,
play.
Lydia got wild, dude.
Yeah, what the hell?
I can't believe she did that.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff, man. It's all good stuff. I love the super match setup. The tournament. The only thing about the tournament that's like I will critique, I guess the nice way of saying is, the people that were waiting all day. Some of them, by the time the tournament came up, they were gone. Mm-hmm. Which is that's something that we can do better as, you know, the people that are throwing the event for sure. You know, some of those super matches were like 25 minutes long, which again, we know is awesome. But you got some amateurs that show up to those tournaments. You know, the thing that I can do better next time is make sure that I don't mess up anything in the brackets. You know, and I make sure that the people that, you know, drove 2 hours to pull amateurs get to pull before their tournament come up. But
Right.
those are the hiccups that we get when you have more entrants than anticipated. You know, it's a good problem to have. But that was it. Everyone who showed up to pull might not have been able to pull. So, like, again, I love the athletes. So when I see that, that's all I'm concerned about.
Yeah. And
But
usually there's more help there. Like usually my wife is there to help with brackets, so it got a little weird this time.
It happens. Again, the tournament did great.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my God, it
the
was
only
awesome.
thing I feel bad about, like I said, are the people that traveled and they just had to leave before their tournament was called. And I think there was only like 3 or 4 of them. It's not like I'm saying there was 20.
Yeah, there
You know,
wasn't
but
time.
I love the athletes and the guys that show up, they should pull.
Yeah.
But
Some of the guys
that's
that
just
stayed,
something.
like Josh. It was Josh Cook. Josh Cook stayed and he had to drive 10 hours home that night. Like
Yep.
him and his buddy pulled the whole time.
Bro, I was so
That's
scared
crazy,
to pull
dude.
Josh left-handed in the tournament. Like, he's getting all wild on me. I'm like, hey, man, chill out. Like, why are you being so aggressive? And he
Yeah.
looked at me. He's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, yeah, dude, let's just arm wrestle. Like, chill out. And he's, like, trying to yank me and shit. I'm like, all right, dude, just say go.
Yep.
And we had a match. I won't say how it went, but it was fun. But he
It's
was so
fun.
bewildered. He's like, I thought you acted. I'm like, no, that's different.
It's a show.
Tournament's different.
Yeah, that was a super
Yeah.
match. This is a tournament. I'm just here to win.
I want to shout out to Bird and Victor Clearwater. They're both watching, and Victor says I want to train with Joe. So
You want to what?
He wants to train with you.
Victor Clearwater wants to train with you.
Nah, I don't train. I'm a nomad. I'll come up there and train with you guys.
Pronate alone.
Oh, I thought,
Yeah, I'll
I thought
probably-
you trained with Beast Mode a little bit.
I love beast mode. I love my Jersey boys. But I don't play well with others.
The
I don't
lone
know.
wolf.
Well, I feel like Joe's one of those guys where, like, if I say, hey, we're going to go hard in the gym today, we're going to push it. When I, like, start to give up on rep 2 of me pushing it, you're like, come on, fucker. We're pushing
Well,
it
you
today.
said it. You said it. I didn't say it. You
Yeah,
named your terms.
I'm holding you to the standard you set.
You named your terms. You thought you were going to challenge me, and now we're going to push.
That's why I'm a crazy gym partner.
Well, that's
Made me
the thing.
do leg day one day with him. I was like, dude, you're fucking stupid. Why are you doing this? Like, I knew before we started I was going to lose, but I'm like, all right. I was like, I'm just going to do this. Just going to deal with it one day. It's fucking
You
awful.
got to,
I don't
man.
want.
And then quit
Shit.
your legs.
I told him, dude, he
So-
was getting too big. He's like, dude, I'm 220. I don't know what the problem is. I can't lose the weight. I've cut all my carbs out. I'm dieting wicked. I'm like, you're hitting fucking legs, dude. Your legs are like 40 inches around. You can't do this.
No,
Well, that's the
they're not.
thing. People ask me if I weigh 220, and I'm like, no, I'm like 250. And they go, where? And I'm like, I have legs.
Well,
So-
you have a pretty, like,
You're big.
You're
boy.
big, dude.
Yeah.
Like when you walk
got-
in, like that's a person. Like
I got wide
a-
shoulders.
yeah, that's a like from a distance, you're like that's an object coming up.
But just to put it in perspective, Joe, how tall are you?
6'5".
Yeah, and you're 244, 6'5", and your arms are massive. You
Yeah,
look
that's
like-
skinny.
dude. You don't look skinny.
Oh,
when
we're
you're
gonna raise
on
him
the
up
table.
right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is the speed round of compliments. 1
Anybody-
1 minute of compliments. Let's go.
Anybody who watched the
1
live stream
minute?
tournament,
You know how long a
knows.
minute is?
That's a
Hold on.
long time. What are you doing?
I'm gonna put the stopwatch on. 1 minute of compliments. Dude, have you seen this guy's beard?
It's amazing.
Fucking nice.
Yeah.
Probably one of the first things I recognized. Or you ever see him in the flannel shirt, muscle shirt?
Oh yeah.
Dude, fucking giant shoulders, and then you see the cut triceps. And
Yeah.
you're like, wow, if Vin Diesel had like a really tall brother with a beard that kind of looks outdoorsy.
Like Vin Diesel's like a way less handsome, smaller.
Right.
Joe.
That was a bad comparison, but I was like trying to think of a famous person with big triceps. And I was like,
How about Hafthor Bjornsson? Like
who?
Thor?
Thor? Half
He
Thor
looks like Thor?
Bjornsson?
Built
I don't
like
know.
Thor.
That's too much.
Built,
No,
built
no.
like Thor.
He
Built-
doesn't get that kind of respect.
Thor with a
He's
got-
like fucking 6'8", 7 foot tall.
So he's 6'9".
Yeah, he's a
Yes.
mountain.
400 pounds.
That was his name in the show.
Joe, see? Joe's like tall, handsome. He's not like scary, handsome. Thor, you'd see Thor, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, I'm GQ model handsome.
Yeah, you're like, just right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
next
that was
minute.
1 minute.
That was 1 minute. I
Dude,
didn't like
appreciate
that.
you.
I didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, sure. Flattery goes nowhere with Joe.
I hate it. It drives me nuts. Just save
Fuck
it.
that. He knew that was sincere. That's why I was like, what do I think I like? Here we go.
No, I appreciate it. No, I definitely I got a lot of comments about that I look bigger and whatnot, but I mean, we all have a mirror, you know, so it's like if I look at myself every day, I don't see any progress. But when James Reed came up to me and goes, "Hey bro, you look 3 times bigger," I was like, "Stop."
It's our body dysmorphia.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
Totally
my favorite compliment is when you're starting to work out enough, when people accuse you of steroids, even if you're on them or you're not. When someone says steroids, you're like, yeah, so you think I'm big, huh? Like, you know I'm big.
I can't wait until I'm 35.
Why, what are you going to do at 35?
I'm gonna be a fucking pincushion.
I'm doing all of it, dude. Call me Captain
All of
America.
it. Send it. But I learned a long time ago, somebody said to me, he goes, if you can't push yourself I think Bill Sink said it yesterday on Ninja Strap. He goes, you can push yourself like as far as you possibly can naturally and still beat the guys that are on juice, then you have no reason to do it.
Right.
You know, obviously I'm in the super heavyweight class. I mean, all roads lead to guys like Levon, Devin, you know, not next year. I'm saying like 10, 15 years. If I stick with it and keep getting bigger, all roads lead to the pharmaceutical pool.
Oh, yeah,
You know.
that class, dude. Who the fuck's natty at super heavyweight?
Well, you got to beat them all anyways. So, I mean, I'm trying to be realistic with it, but if you know, everyone's got the goal of being a champion. So if the road that I'm staying on leads to that, you know, I'll do my best without it, but eventually, you know, if you want to win, you might have to.
Yep. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll cross that road when we get there.
I would say when I finally plateau in the gym and like with people, like when I'm really redlining at the gym and I'm moving solid ass weight and I just know my body won't go any farther, I'll be all right, time to sauce up.
Even then, no.
When I hit a 25-pound dumbbell hammer curl, I'm going to sauce up. Once I plateau there, it's over.
You're a funny guy,
I'm
James.
coming for 40.
Yeah. At 27 years old. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, not necessarily.
What do you mean? Petrenko did it. Imagine me, dude. Imagine I come up next time. Look
Yeah,
like fucking
you and Petrenko. You and Petrenko. Those are the parallels.
Wait, we don't know if Petrenko's on gear.
Right. No
Oh,
shame
he
on
hasn't
it.
commented?
Huh?
He hasn't commented on it?
Yeah, dude. You think that's creatine? Give me his creatine. That's all I want.
All right.
That's all I need.
Peptides aren't steroids.
Hey, I didn't say anything. I just said, I want your breakfast. Give me your breakfast.
I want your breakfast.
You show me that.
I want to drink some of Jimmy's water.
Yeah. That's like Paulo Costa, the juice, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe,
I
do
met
you
Paulo
follow UFC?
Costa. Casual transition. Last year, I went to the Arnold Classic for the tournament I was announcing. And what was it? I left Monday morning, and I'm getting on the plane. I'm like, that's Paulo Costa. And I sat next to him on the plane, back to Jersey, talked to him and his wife at the layover. It was a good time. Paulo was pretty good.
Is he that handsome in real life?
You focus on that so much. Yes. Yes, he's a sponsored
It's kind of his
athlete.
niche, dude. Every time I watch him fight, I'm like, dude, you should be in a movie. Like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah, no, it's like, but his face stays the same.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
I've seen that guy get fucked up, come up, look prettier. I'm like, that's not fair.
That's crazy, right? When he fought
Yeah,
Yoel
man. Imagine
Romero.
every time you get punched in the face, you just get handsomer. You're like, fuck, life gets too easy.
Yeah, you got to get more fights, James.
I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
strong jaw.
if it works. If it works.
It's
I
the
need it
strong
more.
jaw, is what it is. He's got the strong jaw. So
But no, I love last week's event was exactly what I needed. Everything went well, as good as it could. I think we only had one injury.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Boo.
two,
Sean Booth.
Will too.
Will injured himself, but he looked way too comfortable with the injury because it happened during our match, Lefty. I have it. He kings moves, and then I start cranking a little bit, and then when I finally get him over, I heard a So I stopped immediately because I was about to scream and yell, and I go, "You all right? Is everything okay?"
I remember watching that. I was like, "Oh, don't do it, Joe." And you're like, you're aware of the situation. Like, oh, this is bad.
No, you know,
No one wants to hurt anybody on the table unless you're a piece of
nobody
shit.
wants to. I've broken 2 arms. I've probably torn 3 or 4 biceps. The one time I was pulling somebody during the filming of Game of Arms season 2, I was at one of the venues for it. They were filming Kansas City versus New York, and I forget who I was pulling, but their wrist just detached,
Oh,
and we weren't supposed to be on the table, and that guy never pulled again. So I felt bad about that one.
right.
But yeah, nobody wants to injure anybody, but like, you know, we had 200 entrants, you know, and the guys that injured themselves were top level. It wasn't like it was amateur, novice, or even semi-pro. You know, it was somebody who knew the consequences of going hard. You know, I believe Sean was pulling Roger Learned, which is, you
And
know,
they're having a banger of a match, by the
they
way.
were having a hell of a match, back and forth.
Dude, he
Couldn't
had
gain an inch
everything
on
his
Roger.
bicep.
Roger
For a
couldn't get
tournament
him.
match, I was really happy with that one.
Yeah.
Like, you
It
know
was
what
a
I mean? I
good one.
love bangers in tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's I love that you said that, because tournament pulling versus super match pulling are 2 totally different styles. You know, do I take the loss? There's a point in my first match with Bigfoot, right-handed, where the winner goes to the final and waits. And if he didn't do it, I think I was about 10 seconds away from doing it. Just take the loss because I'm burning out right now. And you know, you got to take that into account. If you get the first draw of a tournament, you know, it's somebody that you have to put your full focus in. You might need a couple warm-up matches to actually get your edge on them, you know?
And what if it fucks you in the long run? You're like, if I beat him now and just get him rid of him, I'll still
Yep.
lose. I'm better off to let
Exactly.
him run shit, and I'll run shit, and then we'll meet.
You got to
again.
weigh your options, and I love tournament pulling for that.
So, do you have anything going on? You had the match. Is there anything else going on? Is there anything
So
else?
my schedule, I wasn't going to go to the Natty Bros qualifier this weekend coming up, but I don't know if we want to take another second. Harry Bean, with his passing, I'm going up there. I got to see the boys. Harry Bean there's a video that I've been trying to find the last day and a half of Harry Bean. I forget what tournament it was, but I was loud, I was winning, I was pointing, I was just an asshole. And I get up to the table against him, and he hits me with this top roll. And as he hits it, he goes, "Who's your daddy?" and beats me. And I had to shut the hell up for the next 3 hours. And
You're
yeah,
just
he
asking
was,
advice all day. You're like, so what do you do?
no, he was so humbling, and he knew that I didn't mean anything by it, but he said it without saying it, like, "You talk too much for somebody who doesn't own the room." And I was like, I just learned something.
That's powerful.
That's a good fact. Wow,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever I learn something from somebody, I'm indebted to them. And especially
That's a
like
really good one.
I look back and I'm just like, you know, like that guy was more important to me than I thought, because Badger came up to me at the Natty Bros super matches when Chance Shaw went up against Nick Stone. So what was that, 2 months ago? Badger came up to me and he let me know about Harry, because I wasn't, it's not like I was asking about him, but he let me know. And I was just like, I didn't realize how much it hurt that guy who I hadn't seen in years was sick, you know? And so I'm going to be going up there next weekend, show my support, pull in the tournament. After that, the first week of March is the Arnold Classic. So that'll be a 4-day event. Thursday is going to be intro, look at the venue or look at the spot. Friday is going to be the tournament. Saturday morning is going to be finals for pro. And then Sunday morning is going to be the finals for amateurs. So I'm going to be announcing that, but I'm also going to be pulling in the 242 class. So I've got that coming up. And then after that, I mean, March is loaded with tournaments. I think the following week is the tournament in West Virginia that Travis is doing, that I'm 90% sure that I'm going. And then the following week after that is Winter Blast, and I'll be going to Winter Blast. And then I think I'm pretty open until the super match. I've got a couple things in April and May that'll probably be more announcing based. But I want to beat the big guy from Florida. It's like because it's like he's got to travel a lot further. So the confidence that he has, nobody wants to travel across the country to see where they stand. This guy thinks he can beat me. And people around him are telling him, you can beat this guy. So I want that to be known. If you're going to travel to come and try to beat me, or if you expect me to travel to come and beat you, that I take it personally. I'm going to hone in. I'm going to go at you at your best. So I'll say it out loud. He's a hook puller. He's 275, 6'3". He probably moves a lot of weight. I'm going to dive into that hook with him because that's the game. I'm not going to try to escape his hand. If you think you're better than me and you're a hook puller, I'm going to hook you. I'm going to clamp down, and we are going to have a war on your field.
I mean, we watched you do that with Kevin Nelson. You went deep in the hook with Kevin at Test Your Frame.
Yeah, and that was and nothing. That was zero training, Joe. That was fly by night, Joe. That was announcing is more important. But after losing as much as I did in 2025, that shit is fucking discouraging.
Well, in a weight cut.
Well, the weight cut bothered me because I think it was like 3 days before. I go, what are we weighing in at? And 230 was said, or 235. So I dropped 13 pounds.
Yeah.
In like 2 days. And then when we got there, guess it wasn't 235.
Yeah.
But it's all right because things happen.
235 is not bad, man. Too bad you didn't have like a 230.
Yeah, but things happen as they shall. I took that loss, and I probably would have stayed complacent if I didn't take that loss. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
So 2025 was fun for the announcing. Met a lot of great people. Had a great year in arm wrestling, but I'm not here to just be an announcer and yell. I wanna win. I forgot that a little bit. That winning isn't everything, but it's a lot fucking nicer when you win.
Yeah.
I got
Why
that
do we
tape
train,
on
right?
Saturday.
We train to win. Like, we
Well,
don't
now
know
I'm
how I'm
training.
trying to get my ass kicked. That's the craziest
now-
mentality ever.
Now I'm training. I was showing up and thinking something different was going to happen. Guess what? Just kept losing. So, 2026,
How did your
trying to
thing
make.
go this tournament?
Oh, it went better. I mind fucked myself and went for something that I didn't need to go for. So
What do you mean?
I think I over.
You had a super match this weekend. How'd that go?
I went to super match. I won 3-2, but I should have been moving in a much smarter way.
I think you won that one more than you think you lost it. I think you learned a lot from that one.
Yeah.
The adjustments Pat did, I think, in that super match really impressed me.
He had a super match yesterday?
No, not yesterday, but last weekend against Justin Barber.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked before and after, and I don't agree with your carb nonsense. You need that energy.
Oh, it's
I think your
gone away.
diet was the only thing. I mean, I know guys that stay up all night with the nerves. I don't think it was a sleep thing. I don't think it was a rest thing. I think it was an energy thing. Like I said before, for me, I need to control the butterflies. I can't let them out too early before the tournament, and they can't come out after.
Yeah.
I think without the carbs in you or whatever, not that I'm an expert, but any butterflies that you had, you burnt pouring your cup of coffee. You know what I mean? So I think when it comes to you, Patrick, I mean, you're plenty strong. I mean, there's no arguments there. I think you just need to know when to tap into the reserves.
Yeah, so I changed that and started eating carbs again, but
There you
just
go.
simple stuff, rice.
Look
and
how much
sweet
happier
potato.
you are.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Eating is eating something that I love. So
And you look
Good.
good.
I look all right.
No, see, dude, I hate Pat. Pat will be walking around looking like this. Man, I look like shit. And I'm like,
Well, James,
Pat-
you're annoying with your constant compliments because, like, it sounds like you're fucking with us.
I'm just honest. I know people
I
don't
hate
believe
it.
me.
I
But
hate it. I hate it when you're just like, you're a pretty good looking dude, Joe. I'm like, just shut up. Shut up. I'm half empty. Let me be half empty.
yeah, every time I
Half
see,
full.
dude,
We're
every
half
time I
full.
see Joe,
Yeah.
like last time when we were building the stage, me and Pat were putting the LEDs on. We're mostly Pat.
Yes.
It was Pat. And I'm sitting there fucking with my phone. Joe walks in. I'm like, Joe, dude, you look fucking massive. And he's like, shut the fuck up, James. And then I
hate
talked
it.
to Pat. And then
No,
he's
it's
like, what,
good.
you ain't gonna say hi to me? I'm like, you motherfucker.
No, I love our sport. I knew you guys were going to be there. I told you. I knew you were going to be there the night before, so I showed up thinking I could, help with the stage. But
That was weird. It was awesome, but it was like, when you just naturally meet people,
yeah,
good energy meets good energy.
Yeah.
well, I do my best to have bad energy. So
Well, we didn't, and then even after like going out to dinner, everything was just worked out perfect.
I don't know. Like when Joe entered the room, you ever heard the song "Toxic" by Britney Spears? I swear to God, he was doing the dance and everything. I'll have to hack this.
you got to stop telling people I'm dancing.
Tell the truth, Joe. Joe actually can sing wicked too. I heard.
I'm a song and dance guy. I'm not an
Did you know
athlete.
that?
I've been telling everybody
good
for years
singer?
it should have been in drama.
Should have been a drama, dude. You got me drooling. Do you know Steve Fernandez can sing like a motherfucker?
Steve Fernandez can sing. Steve Black can sing.
Steve Black. I haven't seen.
You
him
remember
forever.
Steve Black?
Who's
Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
Black?
Steve Black.
Steve Black is
my
a
work
Long
guy.
Island guy.
He's a little bit shorter than me. He's nasty hook, right?
Oh, he's an
He's
arm
the
wrestler?
ref. He's the ref from Game of Arms season 1 that says 2 champs, 2 champs. You'd know him.
I just know he's strong as fuck.
He's very strong. He's very, very talented arm wrestler. I don't know where his head's at. I saw him last year a couple times, but I believe the last time I talked to him, he was doing reality show stuff. He's very, very talented.
Well, I remember he pulled the last East versus West tournament because he was like taking pictures in the in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
'Cause he was like filming in his hotel room, being like, "Look at this shit." So, which was pretty badass.
He's definitely somebody who says that they are done with the sport or take a break, but I mean it's hard not to go back to the arm wrestling world when you're recognized there. Like I thought about quitting arm wrestling a few times,
Yeah.
but then I go to one event, one practice, one tournament, and somebody comes up to me saying, "I saw you in a Rhode Island tournament 5 years ago, and you were going crazy," and I'm like, "That was me, yeah, it's a good feeling."
Yep.
But yeah, no, the next and then what do you call it? Steve Fernandez asked me to pull in a super match against Bigfoot at his event on June 13th, right-handed.
That's confirmed.
I don't know if confirmed yet because Ben Hughes on the 6th or the 7th rather weighs 275. So I don't want to go in there at 240. So I'm going to do my best to put on 15 pounds, and I don't want
Maybe-
to agree. I don't want to agree to 240, 245 pounds for Bigfoot and then show up 20 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
I think there's
So-
another guy you could pull in the super heavy. I don't want to announce it. I think we could bring it up to Steve, but I think there's another really good match for you right-handed in the supers, if that's
Yeah.
where you want to be.
Well, honestly, I've been a big guy my whole life. It's been nice being skinny, but you get treated differently. I don't like that.
Less
Yeah.
respect.
Dude, no, I know what he's talking about. When you start getting lighter, when you get to around like 220, guys can just pick you up. And when a guy picks me up, it makes me feel like demasculated.
Brother,
Emasculated.
somebody put their arms all the way around me. I'm like, what? In what world are you able to, like, you know what I mean? It bothered me. And also,
You
it's
know
like,
what?
when
That bothered me.
I don't know when my wife puts her arms all the way around me and she makes that face. It's a different feeling, I guess.
I can't get a
From the
text
back?
back, so
Oh, from
you
the
enjoy your
front.
wife.
Oh. Dude, when my girl wraps around me from the back, I know I'm supported.
Guys, I was alone on Valentine's Day. Can you shut the hell up about your relationships?
Bro.
Listen, if you had Jergens and your special friend, your special 5-finger friend, you're good to go, man.
What
No,
is
you know what I did last night?
Oh.
I ordered about $55 worth of Chinese food, and I stripped copper in my living room.
Oh, we've seen the buckets.
Were you
Bro,
watching anything, or were you just
buckets.
stripping copper? Or were you listening to music?
I was listening to the AM radio,
Savage. What channel?
WFAN.
What hits do they play?
They play
Sports.
sports talk, and I don't even like sports like that. It's comforting.
Man, you should.
Oh my god,
you should
dude,
have
that
quit
would
dancing.
torment me. If I walked in, like, what are you doing? Stripping copper.
The
Why?
stripping.
Makes money. Okay.
Dude, if
What are you listening to?
Word.
This is
I
crazy.
fucking
I
hate
ate
this shit.
Chinese food. That was the worst part.
Why are you listening to it? I don't care.
Oh, we lost you.
Oh,
Fuck.
you froze. Joe froze.
Damn, dude.
Won't touch it.
Just a still
I can
frame
still-
of
I can
two
still hear you.
guys. No.
All right, you got the cup.
No, there you are.
Let's put him in the cup.
Ah, there we go.
Put me in the cup.
You're good.
We're gonna put you in the cup.
No,
You're,
don't
you're
put me in the
officially
cup,
in the
man.
cup.
I'm in the cup.
Officially in the cup.
You're in the
There we
The
go.
cup.
main cup.
Yeah.
Dude, we should start doing that. I'm gonna start making custom 2 guys 1 cup like things, and we're gonna mail it to people. Any
Don't do
guest.
that. Don't do that, dude.
Sounds expensive.
Give me your work address. I want your boss to get it. I want him to give it to
You
you.
want my boss?
Yeah.
It's funny. My boss is always like, "Are you working this Saturday or are you holding hands?" I'm like, "Mike, you wish you had a hobby like I do."
I'd send him
It's
like
fun, man.
2 guy 1 cup with Joe inside it. And I love it.
Is he gonna be covered in brown?
However we want. What color?
You gotta be covered in poop.
Poopy?
Yeah.
It's definitely got to be covered in poop.
Oh,
Gotta
just
be.
like to respect the original.
Yeah, respect the OG.
I think some people get upset when they click on it and they're like, "Are these guys ever gonna do it?" You know what I mean? Like probably when randoms on YouTube are like, "Fuck it, I'm ready to see some weird shit," and then they're like, "Oh, they're just talking about arm wrestling."
Yep, that's exactly right. There is other podcasts called Two Guys One.
Are we freak teasing?
I don't think so.
Like every freak that gets on YouTube, like 2 guys 1 cup.
I'm losing you.
Here
You
they
guys
go,
are all
and they see you.
staticky.
You're like, "That's a good looking dude with a weird guy." They're not gonna do it, are they?
Well, they can't.
We,
Oh, they're gonna
we
do it.
just need to have a cup in the front from now on. We need to drink out of the cup and
Well, you've got the picture that Erica painted.
yes.
So,
Hey,
you do
but
have a picture.
how about we do that? Every podcast, you one podcast get to put something in a cup and we both drink it. So I'll have to drink it with you, but you got to drink it first. But we get to randomly, like I'd fill it up with ranch and be like,
No, I don't want to drink ranch.
No. Dude, what
yeah,
about
but
the
you could put
ranch
blue cheese and I'd
debacle?
freak the fuck out.
Dude, if you put blue cheese in a cup, we're gonna fight.
Oh,
She
No, you
she
made me
brought you
drink
out
blue
3
cheese.
blue cheeses, and then she had to get the special ranch from the back.
I would just blend sardines in a
He's
can.
talking about dinner.
Oh yeah, dude.
When we
You
were
got,
at
like, the
Applebee's.
bad ranch.
Oh, dude, I was so fucking mad. I was like, I think I'm losing it here.
that was definitely blue
No,
cheese.
that was funny.
That night was out to get me, dude. I was a piece of shit that day. I had to get checked. The ranch was like, okay. And then I cried in the shower.
Yeah, that's
You asked her to go back twice, which is nuts.
I was like, they're going to fucking spit in this shit. I know they are.
Nah, she was cool. She was alright.
She was cool.
Dude, we almost gave her like a 100% tip.
Yeah, I'm all for
Yeah.
over tipping, but you guys are just throwing money at mediocrity.
I already take care of the tip, and you guys are like, let's give her like $60 more. I was like, what?
Well, I was
tell
like,
me that.
I felt
said
bad.
that.
Pat took us all out without even warning us. He's like, you know what, you guys, I love you. I'm taking care of dinner. And I'm like,
No. What he said was originally, he goes, "I'm gonna order all the appetizers. I got the appetizers." Big appetizer guy.
I got toxic too. I was
Hey.
like, we're ordering all of them. And Pat's like, don't fucking order all of them. You're not gonna eat them. I'm like, I'll eat them.
Listen, I ate a lot of food that night. I showed you guys.
That was a good time.
Dude, get this place Gills makes a sandwich down in Rutland that's like 2 feet long, and it's like that big around. So I ate an entire one on Friday, and really just blew my. I didn't blow anybody, but I blew away my coworkers by the amount of food.
Just
that I
pounded
ate.
it?
I ate the whole thing.
Did you ever take a break and talk to anyone, or was it
No,
food
I couldn't
focused?
stop. I just ate the whole thing.
You devoured a 2-footer.
It's probably 3.5 pounds.
That's hot. Dude, I want to start bringing Pat to food competitions.
What's the next event you guys are going to?
It would be Natty Bros.
Natty Bros
Super
Super
matches.
Match, but I don't know if I'm doing it. If
You have what?
what's his name? If Josh Grant is there as a ref, I'm backing out of my
Oh
match.
Jesus! Will you
I'm
get
putting it
over
out there
that?
live.
You're
Dude,
so
if,
annoying
if
with
I
that.
got $500 on a match, I'm not. Yeah, it's $500 super match. I'm not gonna let a ref take that from me. I will commit murder. If I
I
tell a
hear
guy
you.
"fuck you" and they give me a foul, I'm going to war. Like it's no longer about the money or the arm wrestling. I'm scissor kicking people.
Well, you need to clarify the rules before you guys start.
Well, you can't let the ref. You can't let the ref get involved. You know, there are definitely refs that I don't enjoy. You know, but
I know
I
him
mean,
a
it's
lot,
like
so I ruin the
baseball
refs.
back in the '60s. You know, if there was an umpire that had a bigger strike zone, you had to adjust. So, you know, you can't let the ref get involved. Just win. If he calls an elbow foul, stare him down. Just be like, really?
I'm okay with elbow fouls, but like I've pinned guys in a losing position. What was the term, Pat? You were there.
It was weird. You were in a winning position.
I pinned the guy, but my fingers were not around his hand. They're inside the guy's hand like this.
Really?
And he was like, you didn't have any fingers on the back of the hands. That's a pin in a losing position.
What's it called? I've got my phone on the charger, but it still keeps going down. If my phone dies, then my bad.
It's all right. We're on borrowed time. We're just waiting for folks to show up for practice.
Yeah, practice at 5. and they ain't
Practice is
fucking
coming
here.
up.
No worries, man.
Bert
But,
said he
you
was
know-
on his way at 4:25, so he should be here any second.
Ryan and the
Ryan's
filler
gonna be
coming.
late. Ryan will be late.
Steve coming?
No,
Okay.
no Steve.
Yeah, we got a good court. Oh, I wonder if Isaiah's coming.
I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes we hit 10 guys and it's awesome.
We should at least see.
It's a good
6.
time, man. 10-man practice is the way to go. But
And then we
I think
get a
my
core
phone's
of
gonna
5
die,
guys.
guys. I think my phone's gonna die.
All right.
All right.
But
Well,
I really thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, buddy.
Athlete do
I've
it
got
again.
6 or 7 events coming up over the next 4 months that I know for sure. I know I'm gonna run into you guys throughout it. I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for having me on. And I just remind everybody at practice that, pulling amateurs is gay. Get better, pull pro, don't pay for other people's trophies, get a part of the action. If you go to this event, you bring people, make sure that they yell for you. I can't remind them all the time. We got to draw eyeballs to the sport.
Absolutely.
So, just keep showing up, remind everybody to keep showing up, and it's okay to lose for a couple of years.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, and whatever happens on the table stays on the table. It's just arm wrestling.
It lives and dies in that 2x3 square. That's it. I'm a nice guy. I am. I'm a kind person. But if you think you can beat me on that table, I don't like you.
I don't like you, Reed. Oh, dude, he cut it perfect. Ah,
We're losing you.
that would have been the best outro ever.
It would have. All right.
But now we got a frozen head.
I know we got a frozen head. That's all right. But it looks like Joe's phone died. But
Okay.
We're going to kick it and get into some arm wrestling today.
Okay. Real quick, I want to do a review thing on your match sometime this week.
We could we have to meet next week at your house.
No, I'm just saying maybe if we get some free time this week,
Yeah.
I want to do like an hour review on yours
We'll see what we can do.
because I want to see you just go over it and talk about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was fucking super impressed with your super match, dude.
I was super impressed with your super match.
No.
The only people who weren't impressed were people who don't like arm
The haters are
haters.
unimpressed with my match.
Because that was nobody thought you were going to win. So that was pretty awesome.
Can we say that? Can we say at least the basis of this is everyone thought I was going to lose?
Yep.
Correct. Everyone was asking why were we doing this?
Correct. Everybody but me said you were going to get smashed.
Yep.
Steve had belief in you as well, but
Yeah, Steve said maybe.
and Joe did as well. Joe said he believed.
Yeah, Joe gave me some flowers. I appreciate
Yep.
that about Joe.
So. That's,
But no, I love the event. It was a super hyper event.
yes.
A lot of emotions at Battle of the Tri-States.
Yeah.
What a good name for that one.
Oh,
that was
God,
a
yes.
real battle. Like,
There was almost mini battles.
yeah, there's at least 5 battles that day.
That's fair.
Some involving infants.
I don't know about the infants.
Or the people below the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, check out Thomas Dede. He's been posting all the super matches you
The
can
live stream, Steve's live stream.
If you want to see the juicy shit, you got to go on the live
That
stream.
camera guy filming it.
Yeah, the camera guy did an awesome job. But they got they got a lot.
Yeah.
They got too much.
And the dog barking means people are here.
Yep.
Guys, this was 2 Guys, 1 Cup. I'm Patrick.
James,
We're out.
love you, Pat.
Love you, buddy.
Hey, shoot him with a bang it.